Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to Low Carb Recipe Ideas. Today we're going to make low carb zucchini lasagna and I think you'll really enjoy it. So the first step is we need a pound of hamburger, which I have in the frying pan, and I've got it's starting to cook, and we get it cooking here and we're going to add our spice. And one of my favorite spices is Hermamere. It's organic, it doesn't have any carbs in it, and it's got a little zest to it, and it's delicious. I measured it out because I'm usually just shaking. I measured it out and I put in approximately a teaspoon of this seasoning, which is very, very good. So that's probably about a teaspoon there. We'll mix it up a bit, and then I have a cup of leeks. We could use onions, but there's more carbs in onions. But we're going to use the leeks because they're lesser in carbs, and the less carbs, the better it is for us. Looks like a lot right now, but it'll all sort of blend in with the meat and it'll disappear. So we'll get this cooking, and once we've got it all cooked up, we will start working on putting our lasagna together. I forgot one thing, I'm sorry. I need to put in the garlic. So I have 1 clove of garlic in my crusher here. That would be terrible for me to forget that. There we go, we'll stir it up and we'll cook it till it's done, and it takes probably about 10 minutes to cook it all up. Alright, we've got the meat all cooked. I'm just going to put approximately a cup of mozzarella cheese in the meat and let that melt up, and that helps the meat kind of stick together and forms better with the lasagna. Okay, now since we've got this done, it's time for us to put our stuff all together. So we'll take this off the burner and we'll go to the island here and we'll start preparing. Alright, we're here ready to prepare our lasagna, and we're going to use zucchini instead of using the noodles. So what I've done is I've sliced my zucchini up, and I actually put a little bit of salt on them so that it would take off some of the moisture because zucchini is quite damp. So we have our first layer, and I made homemade tomato sauce. Now I will have the recipe for it. You can also use tomato sauce out of a can, but please look at the carb count to see how much there is in there. Some of them are really, really high, and you really don't want to be doing that. You don't need a lot of the tomato sauce because you still have moisture with your zucchini, so that will help make it moist throughout the whole thing. Okay, now I'm going to take about 20 pieces of pepperoni. Now this particular pepperoni, it's pillars, and it's 1 carb per 10 pepperonis. So I have, I think, approximately 20 in here that I'm going to just layer it, and it just gives it a little extra flavor, and it's quite delicious. We eat this quite often at home. We find it very delicious, and I just feel like I'm not missing out on not having the regular noodles. The flavor of the whole combination works really well. Make sure I got them all out of the bag here. Yep, I do. Okay, I'm going to put another layer of zucchini, and when I cut my zucchini, some of them I was experimenting. I had just taken the potato peeler and I've got nice thin ones, and then I did some with the knife. So it just, I guess it depends on the thickness you want. It's not going to make that much of a difference anyway. Some are even and some are not, but they still work really well. Now I'm going to take a layer of my hamburger. There we go. Okay, we've got our meat all in there. The next thing we're going to do is I've got freshly grated Parmesan cheese, so And it's a half a cup, so we'll sprinkle that on top. Move it around a little bit. And then I've got fresh mushrooms, so we just lay them on top. And it works out to be about a cup of mushrooms. And they're nice and low in carbs also. All right, now we're gonna put our layer of zucchini on. Oh, I can't wait to try this. That's one thing I like, is after I have it all baked, I get to eat it all on my husband. Good stuff. Okay, now we're going to put the rest of my tomato sauce on top. And like I said, we will put it on, I'll write it in the recipe so that you know how to make this, or you can buy your own spaghetti sauce or whatever to add onto your own lasagna here. All right, last thing is we're going to put in some more mozzarella cheese. Now I like to, when I throw it in the oven, I have some mozzarella cheese on, and then about 10 minutes before I will add a little bit more, just so you have some little extra on the top and it's nice and gooey. And that's it. And we're going to put it in the oven. It takes approximately 30 minutes at 350 in the middle rack. And once it's done, we'll be back and we will talk about it and taste it, see how it turns out. Okay, I ended up putting it in for 40 minutes because it wasn't cooked up as well as normally it is. So it's 40 minutes I put it in, and I'm just going to pull it out briefly just to add a little more cheese on the top, put it in for 10 more minutes, and then it will be ready to be eaten. So we just add a little bit more cheese. Now you're going to see there's a lot of moisture, but once you get it out of the oven and let it sit for about 20 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, it just depends, the moisture seems to dissipate and it disappears and it comes out quite solid, which is very nice. So we'll do another 10 minutes and then we'll be done. Welcome back. I'm just getting ready to sit down for supper with my husband, and I thought maybe I would share with you my lasagna. It's very good, guys. You need to try it. Go to www.lowcarbrecipe.ideas and check out .com and check out other recipes I have. Take care. Bye now.